It's over. More than a decade after establishing a landmark policy of equality in sports as a human right, the National Collegiate Athletic Association caved under pressure to tear it all up. Just before 9 p.m. CST Wednesday, the Board of Governors of the NCAA quietly announced the end to its 11-year-old policy on transgender participation in college sports, something that has been challenged, debated and derided in recent weeks. The impetus for all the talk, as Mark Edelman reported earlier this month, is the unparalleled but controversial success of an out trans woman swimming for the University of Pennsylvania, Lia Thomas. What the NCAA put in place in 2011, to ensure transgender student-athletes fair, respectful, and legal access to collegiate sports teams based on current medical and legal knowledge, is gone, effective immediately. In its place is a new policy, supposedly aligned with recent changes by the International Olympic Committee, which the NCAA claims is a sport-by-sport approach to transgender participation that preserves opportunity for transgender student-athletes while balancing fairness, inclusion and safety for. The bottom line, depending on how it evolves, this new policy is either exactly what opponents of trans inclusion in school sports have been clamoring for, or potentially, it could be their worst nightmare. Following the updated policy announcement, the College Swimming and Diving Coaches Association of America sharply criticized the NCAA for what it called its failure to take the lead in this important discussion. To some, what the NCAA has done is pass the buck. Or maybe it's a game of hot pot. If so, that potato has been cooking for quite some time. Many questions abound regarding the policy, however, and they may take precedence before that vote because of how the press release posted late Wednesday night is phrased. It's unclear whether the NCAA's updated transgender participation policy will mean the end of Lia Thomas's ability to compete on the Penn Quakers women's team, as well as the end of eligibility for every other out trans student-athlete, male, female and non-binary. Like the Olympics, the updated end. If there is no NGB, National Governing Body, policy for a sport, that sport's international federation policy would be followed. If there is no international federation policy, previously established IOC policy criteria would be followed. As swimswam.